3 million pills, neatly packed in plastic bags, stacked in boxes, hidden inside quiet homes and storage units across the American Southwest. To the neighbors, these places looked normal. Kids' bikes in the yard, cars in the driveway, porch lights glowing at night. But behind those doors, every one of those little blue tablets was a potential death sentence. In 2025, federal agents kicked those doors in. What they found became the largest fentanyl pill bust in DEA history, and a direct hit against a Sinaloa cartel supply line into the United States. This is how they found the network, how they took it apart, and how close it came to flooding the country with lethal doses. On paper, fentanyl is a medical tool. In hospitals, it's used in tiny, controlled amounts for extreme pain. On the street, it becomes something else entirely. A synthetic opioid far stronger than heroin, mixed into counterfeit painkillers and fake prescriptions that people swallow without thinking twice. Over the last few years, overdoses linked to fentanyl have quietly turned into one of America's deadliest crises. Tens of thousands of people die every year, sometimes after taking just one pill that looked almost identical to a real prescription. A friend offers a tablet at a party. Someone buys what they think is a normal pain pill. By the time anyone realizes it was fentanyl, the damage is already done. The network behind this megabust didn't look like a movie cartel. There were no mansions or pet tigers. It was smarter, quieter, and much harder to see. Investigators say Sinaloa-linked suppliers moved chemicals from Mexico into the U.S., where local crews in cities like Albuquerque and Salem turned them into fake OxyContin and Percocet pills. They rented ordinary houses and storage units and filled them with pill press machines, mixers, scales, and heat sealers. Windows were covered, noise kept low. From the street, these places blended in perfectly. Once the pills were pressed, they were packed into bags, then into boxes, then into vehicles. Distribution cells ran them across New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona, Utah, and Oregon, stuffed into duffel bags, hidden under seats, or buried in spare tires. The money flowed back in cash, stacks of small bills bundled with rubber bands, hidden in closets, safes, and sometimes in children's rooms. From the outside, you saw used pickup trucks and modest homes. Inside, you saw a factory for mass-producing death. Agents did not stumble onto this by accident. The case built up slowly, piece by piece. It started with clusters of overdoses tied to nearly identical blue tablets. Lab results kept pointing to the same fentanyl-heavy counterfeit pill. Undercover officers bought from street-level dealers, handed the pills to chemists, and confirmed the pattern. Same look, same formula, same source. Each controlled buy gave investigators another phone number, another car, another address to watch. Surveillance teams sat in unmarked vehicles for hours, logging who entered and who left suspected stash houses. License plates were traced back to rentals and shell companies. Financial records were pulled to follow suspicious cash deposits and transfers. Some calls were caught on wiretaps. Agents listened to voices bragging about millions of blues moving through the pipeline, using coded language for drops, pickups, and deliveries. Soon, they weren't just following individual dealers. They were mapping an entire web, from the houses where pills were bagged, to the storage units where boxes were stacked, to the people investigators believed were taking orders from Sinaloa. On May 2, 2025, just before dawn, that web finally snapped. Teams from the DEA, local police, and other federal agencies moved in at once. In Albuquerque, armored vehicles rolled into sleeping neighborhoods. Officers in tactical gear approached front doors with rifles raised and battering rams ready. Neighbors woke to shouts, flashlights in the dark, and the crack of doors giving way. Similar scenes played out in other cities. Storage units were opened, apartments were breached, vehicles were searched from bumper to bumper. When the dust settled, the numbers were staggering. Hundreds of kilograms of fentanyl pills recovered, millions of individual doses, along with fentanyl powder, methamphetamine, dozens of firearms, and more than $1 million in cash across multiple locations. Units held boxes full of counterfeit pills. Apartments contained safes stuffed with money, weapons, and ledgers that tied everything together. In the days that followed, federal prosecutors unsealed indictments. 16 people were charged, accused of trafficking, conspiracy, and weapons offenses. Some were alleged ringleaders. Others were transporters, stash housekeepers, or money handlers. Court filings described them as part of a regional arm of the Sinaloa cartel's fentanyl business. Prosecutors argued that the pills they made and sold were designed to look harmless, like something from a pharmacy, but built to keep users hooked or kill them outright. Defendants were led into federal courtrooms in handcuffs and jumpsuits. Some chose to fight. Others began taking plea deals as the evidence from raids, wiretaps, and undercover buys stacked up against them. For many, the possible outcome is not just a few years behind bars, it is decades, maybe life, in federal prison. On paper, this case is about numbers: kilograms seized, dollars counted, guns recovered, pages of charges. In reality, it is about something much harder to measure. Every counterfeit pill taken off the street is a chance for someone not to overdose. Every broken trafficking route means fewer families getting that late-night phone call, fewer parents standing in hospital corridors asking how one pill could do this. But even a record-breaking bust doesn't end the story. Fentanyl is cheap to make, easy to move, and brutally addictive. As soon as one pipeline is cut, cartels start looking for another way in. For now, this operation stands as a rare win, a moment where investigators actually got ahead of the poison, at least for a while. And the real question is, how many more networks like this are still out there, hiding in plain sight, behind doors that look just like the ones on your street?